Now I think here's another piece, here's a really simple piece of ingenuity that for me personally I think is amazing. Okay, so my old thermostat had a screw hole here and then of course somewhere here. Now the stud, I used a stud finder to find the stud to see what Nest went ahead and did is there's a screw here and a screw there. So when you find the stud, you can actually just screw right into the stud and then not have to worry about putting any anchors. I didn't show you that piece in the video because I figured it wasn't that important for you to see me drill in the wall. Now, one thing I do recommend is I went ahead and used a drill to screw the screws in the stud, but of course, what I would recommend, this is plastic, and I would recommend just hand tightening the rest of the way so that you don't put those in too hard and of course crack the plastic. Now there is a little bit of a buffer here. There's like this additional plastic. It's not rubber, but behind it. Anyway, so I've got it level here. You can't really see it on the camera. And I've got all my wires labeled. I just went ahead and labeled them anyway, even though I've got my picture. I just looked at my picture on my phone. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is attach them. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I've already mounted this. I'm going to go ahead and connect the wires. Now I'm going to shove the wires back into the wall a little bit because I don't need all this slack. I mean, it's great that the HVAC guy or gal gave me enough wires, or at least enough length to work with. So basically, press down here, put the wire in, and voila. Oh, make sure to turn your power off, at least for your HVAC. Okay, G. Of course, I'm going to get in front of the camera here, and I'm probably going to fast forward through this. And voila. And it's still centered. Okay, so now we're going to actually have to put the Nest itself on, and I'll pause it again and be right back. We're ready to install the Nest on the plate here. So, oh, there's like a micro USB port here, and I'm wondering if firmware updates occur via this if for some reason you don't have Wi-Fi, but why would you buy this if you didn't? Because, well, I don't know. Anyway, there's a micro USB port on the back. I'll figure that out later, but anyway, let's plug this thing in. There we go. It was actually telling me to attach it to the wall. It's asking me for the language, so just to select, just press it. Confirm your choice. Yep. Internet connection. Connected internet for remote control, updates, and local weather. I'm going to go ahead and connect. So looking for my network. Now, of course, mine is secure. I found it. Okay, so I'm going to do the password, and of course, there's actually a way, it looks like there's a way to do capital letters. So there's a shift key here. All right, and of course, I got to do this securely, so I'm going to go ahead and dial it through my password. Okay, now it says it's connecting. Now, I wasn't able to show you that because, of course, I wanted to keep my network secure, but what it was doing, or when I was dialing, when you hit the shift key, you're able to do, it says this thermostat is online. You know the one thing I didn't do? I actually didn't set up an account online yet. Anyway, when you hit the shift key, of course, you can go through the numbers, caps, and then there were some symbols in there too. All right, it's checking for a Nest update. Ooh, downloading an update. So maybe that micro USB is, in fact, for those who don't want to connect wirelessly. All right, looks like we've gone through the setup. Heating and cooling. No, I'm not a professional nest installer, but after this, maybe I will be. Equipment detected. It's actually telling me power, the heat, the cooling, and the fan. And of course, this is just a, on the LCD here, a picture of what the base is. Okay, continue. Installed, heating, cooling, fan. Correct. Now the fuel source for us is gas. Forced air is what we have, but you have an option for forced air, in-floor radiant, radiators, and then of course I guess there's some other options, but we have forced air. And my location. I think you guys, oh, well I am in the US. USA and Canada is what the options are. Oh, my zip code. Okay. Guess I'm a single family. And this thermostat here. And the home was built in... Now my home was built in within the last decade. So name your thermostat. Oh, there's actually an option to type a name. I'm going to go ahead and make a custom name. All right. What we're going to be doing is heating, of course, because it's fall, and that's kind of where we are. The highest and lowest temperatures that you'd like when you are away. Okay, when we're away, probably do, let's say, 68. Actually, I want to change something. Cool to now there's temperature sensors here, or there's a sensor here that actually sees when you're in the room. So if like we walk by, it notices that we're home. And then of course if it thinks, okay, nobody's home because the sensor hasn't been brought up any activity or seen any activity, then we might not be home. Now I'm going to try to set the heat. I guess we'll do 70. We'll see what happens at 72. I normally set it around 70. Settings, I can go back to settings. Oh, fan automatic, lock, away, nest sense, reminders, brightness, screen on when you approach, sound. The name is Yoda, shows the network it's on. I've got to actually check, hook up my Nest account so that I can manage it from there. As I mess around with this for a little bit, I'll get to know it, it'll get to know me, which might be strange, it gets to know me. Anyway, I'll report back when I get some input here from the Nest.